Hello everyone, this is CJNovo992 and today we're back for another brand new video and that was enjoyable. Now granted, I'm saying that as if the two late goals in the game never eased the tension on my plump bags, but at the same time, ladies and gentlemen, we got exactly what we needed to get from this game of football, because again, this win doesn't magically fix your season or turn everything round over like that. No, everything is all sunshines and rainbows, absolutely no, but that isn't going to be done and dusted in one game. That's not just going to take one performance. We're on a long road, but it's much better to be walking that road with a smile on the face rather than grudging and dragging our feet, being frustrated and disappointed. And again, we came into this game of football versus Aberdeen needing a win, which was the minimum requirement, but we also wanted to see a performance for this team as well, and for the players to actually show that they care, and with all the fans voicing their opinions, protests here, there, that, let it sink into the players as well, because it's easy to keep hiding behind the manager, who's something very frustrating, and obviously the problems that's been happening behind the scenes with the board and the wasted signings and the wasted money's there, but there's still good players on that part that have been able to perform a hell of a lot better than what they have been, and we want to see them turn up into a battle, which it always is. No matter if Aberdeen are sort of walking in here playing horrendous football, horrendous run like we broke down. We've played against them when they've played worse, and they've played really well for us, but we never let them bully us. We never let them come to Ibrox and settle. We were right up for the fight, and that's exactly what we needed to see, as we piled more misery on the Aberdeen fans that are still reeling and avenged that loss back on the 30th of October when Aberdeen went ahead and won the second best team in the country cup not too long ago. Well, yeah, the silence of the lambs has happened again. And I'm not wanting to sit here and sound like Hannibal Lecter, but hello, Clarice. We went ahead and done the business, and a couple other players went ahead and done the business as well, as we finished yet another game of football this season, having igamane score a goal. We've hit the post, we've hit the bar, we've had one cleared off the line, and again we've missed countless opportunities to score 5, 6, maybe even 7. If you were Dane Rangers, bingo, by God, you won the day, and shout out and celebrations to everyone. But there is positivity, and we're going to talk about Eggman, we're going to talk about some of the other players, but there is one player I want to start off the video right frickin' now, and it's none of the big Clinton himself. Clinton Nsala's had to do a hell of a lot of growing up over the last couple of games, getting flung in the deep end during our horrendous away form up against Dundee. You've seen how good Dundee now are at home. He went in there, it was a difficult day for him, started off his first professional start at any type of level anywhere near this, and it was a mixed afternoon. Started slow, finished strong. Then I'd argue he was very good versus St Johnstone and sort of settled and found his rhythm, but we all knew the true test was going to be this game versus Aberdeen, especially the way they play, all the long balls, all this there, and the way they've been able to wind up and sort of pick holes in our centre backs over the last couple of years. So it was a big day, and there was a lot of pressure on the young laddie, but the best thing I can say about him is he absolutely strolled it. His passing especially was a real shocker to me. Now, we spoke about he's comfortable with the ball at his feet, and that's something he's been praised about, because again, like a Leon King, ironically has played some games at CDM, but see, just having that natural left footer there just to ping those passes, see the amount of quick turnovers and the quick counter-attacks we all built from. So it wasn't just him doing his wee job and playing it safe and just getting through the game, getting some vital experience. No, he looked like an established leader back there, and he was a major part in building all of our attacks, and that deserves a hell of a lot of praise. And again, it's another young laddie who is coming in to the starting 11 that's only really getting a chance because there's 550 injuries at the club, and some of the manager's favourites are so far off the boil they're sitting there like Cole Palmer, freezing. And with the way our season's unfolded and the pressure that's mounted up on the manager, what you've saw is Clinton get pushed to the front of the line because of that demand, because of that cry for change, and he's been given an opportunity, just like Eggman a couple months ago, to either sink or swim in the first team. And you've got to give Big Clinton a lot of props, because by God, he is swimming. And it's funny, right, because we talked about a Lyle Cameron earlier on. If you went ahead and watched that video, if you haven't, you can go ahead and look at it. I know there's a troll account that's pretending that he's away signing for another team or he's rejected us, but just click, can we just click on the source and scroll down just one tweet and you'll read what else that Twitter account actually fires out. Come on, people, we're better than this. But we were talking about Lyle Cameron because he's a young player that's been given an opportunity to play, and now we're looking like we're going to try and bring him in to the club to be a betterment. And there was a lot of talk about why is it no Bailey Rice? Why is it no Cole McKinnon? Why are they not at that level? And that's simply because they've not been given the opportunity to play. And if you look at your two bright sparks over the last couple of months now, obviously I'm using that term a bit loosely with Clinton as he's just came in the door, but it's Igamane and Nsiala. And where were they 3 months ago? So far in the background. Oh, they're not ready yet. Oh, he's doing wonderful things in training. It's still a bit of a project. It's still going to take time, but they've been given an opportunity and now they have absolutely ran away from it. And that's why the fans continue to scream and beg and plead for young lads to be given an opportunity in a Rangers team, especially with the way the season's unfolded, just to see these bright sparks, because Clinton's clearly rough around the edges and there was sometimes a ball in the air that we maybe misjudged, so that it's going to take time. But did we see enough in him to actually say, hold on, there might be something there? Aye, well, let's continue to give the youth a chance in this Rangers team. We know where we are in the league title. We know where we are in terms of the season. We know it's all gone. So let's plan for the future. And the future isn't on 30-year-olds or 33-year-olds or 37-year-olds. That's no where the future is. The future is on Igamane, and it's on the guys like Clinton and Nsiala. So I really love that he's took his opportunity, and I love that he's performing. Again, just like Jeff we've seen this season, there will be peaks and valleys, there will be good games and bad games, but there's 3 young laddies pretty much playing their first season at this level that's been given an opportunity, and all 3 of them are taking it, and that's what I can get behind, that's what I can cheer, and that's what I want to see from the rest of this season. Progression. And throwing another name into the books, you've obviously got the likes of Nico Raskin, who's only 23, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I mean? Everyone talks about him like he's 26, 27, 28, and he should be at his prime. That's still a young laddie who's arguably lost the last 2 years of his football career from the age of 21 to 23 because of several injuries and only being able to play less than 15 games over the last 2 seasons. So you think about all that time, he's missing out what he's trying to catch up on. There is stuff there, and the youth are the shining brightness of our team, and that's what the fans need. Just keep giving us that, and we can see a wee bit of light at the end of what has been a very disappointing dark tunnel. But I don't know if I've rambled on too long there, but I just like seeing these young players. And again, I can't help but feel like if Suter was fit and Proper was alright and all this stuff was alright and Balogun was able to go and all this stuff would have worked out, we still wouldn't be seeing Big Clinton. But because the decks have unfolded the way they have, he's been thrusted in to the spotlight. We're giving youth a chance, and I'd actually say Big Clinton was our man of the match. And I don't know if I've rambled on too long there, but this is just what I want to see going forward. I want to see more youth players be given an opportunity. You can let me know down in the comment section below. But let's go ahead and talk about this game recap then, shall we? Because the starting 11 was near pick for pick everybody we wanted to see in the starting 11. If you watch yesterday's preview video with Aberdeen, nearly, in fact it was absolutely identical, which was great to see. And honestly, it started off the same way it usually starts, especially at Ibrox. It was bright, it was positive, and within 50 seconds we've nearly got the ball in the back, and originally it is Hadji has an effort and wins us a cheeky wee corner. You're thinking, right, let's get after them. Actually, I'm mixing that moment up for the one that comes 10 minutes later. The first 50 seconds actually starts with Hadji, yes, but he doesn't have a shot. He plays a wonderful through ball, 30, 40 yards, switching it right out to Czerny, who can't quite get the ball at his feet, wins as a corner, but you see where I'm going. The 7th minute sees what should have been the first goal of the game if it's a wonderful ball again. This time it is from Czerny, heads up, plays in a wonderful ball Eggman, and Eggman just lets the ball roll to him again. He's got that coolness, he's got that composure, and I said he's dinking it, and he does. Just a little dink, you're thinking, oh, that is special, but the coolness is the ball just spins just wide. Yes, he should score it, but again, he's a young laddie getting in to the positions, and I'm fine with that fluctuation because I know he's just going to keep getting better and better and better, and he's got something special. And he showed it later. But it was another youngster that was really shining in this game of football as well, and arguably should have had a couple of assists himself. We're going to talk about Hadji. Should have finished this game with 3 or 4 assists today. Honestly, he was incredible, Hadji. And that's why I can't really buy into everybody that just wants to see stats and just sees numbers, because Hadji didn't get an assist in today's game. So you say, oh, he's not been creative then. But if you watch that game of football, he's put 3 or 4 balls on a plate to be put away that we couldn't take. And I feel that way for Big Jeff getting down the left-hand side, that some people say he's not got Barisic numbers, he's not got Barisic numbers. He can run! So for me, he beats Barisic, especially which Barisic was over the last couple of years of his career. But on the left-hand side, whips a ball in that Big Barisic would have been proud of. Drills it right to the back post, but Big Cherny can't get there to tap it in, as it's pretty good defending again for Aberdeen. But you could just feel it. We were rip-roaring, we were nipping. It had that energy. It was the two strikers. There's the Aberdeen players couldn't settle on just one player. It was causing havoc in a backline that's been pretty horrific over the last couple of months, and you could just feel it. It wasn't a matter of if the mistake was coming, it was about when, and again, if it would fall to the right man, which it thankfully did. And the goal that set the tone for the game came in the 13th minute, where Cherny, to be fair to him, never had his greatest day, but he gets on the ball here, slides in another beautiful pass, this time to Diamande. Diamande tries to have a shot, it reverts back to Igamane. And what I love about Igamane here is, again, just go and watch it. And I know some people say, oh, my nan could score that, or it's a tap-in. It's no, it's a striker's goal, because he just hesitates just enough that you see Nicky Devlin send himself like this. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, this is Devlin. Oh my god, I need to come back there. Nearly pulled a hammy. Jesus, I really should have been a Rangers player. But Devlin just gets sent to the shops, and that wee hesitation, Igamane tucks it away at the other side. It's cool, calm, composed. And honestly, I can't think of many strikers in a Rangers team besides maybe the name of Cholak or a Defoe that had that sauce in him. Just to hesitate, just wait a wee bit. I think that's Alfredo. He's rattling it. Maybe it is gone in, but just the wee hesitation I really like, and it looks so cold, so calm, so composed. And that is our star boy's 9th goal and second assist, in 10 starts in the SPFL. Again, if you need a wee bit more numbers, just a wee reminder that he also has 4 goals and 1 assist and 2 starts in Europe. Our wonder boy, our kid that is just stealing all the headlines, deserves every bit of praise, because by God, where would we be without Igamane? And that's a guy that was sitting putting out the cones for the likes of Dessers for the first 3 months of the season. It's took a time and a while for him to get there, but now that he's arrived, I really hope he's here for a long time. And after the Wonder Kid's 12th goal in his last 14 games for his football club, it just felt positive, and it was just us again chipping away, dominating, chipping away, dominating. Beautiful pass for Hadji, beautiful pass for Hadji. There was only really a couple negatives to talk about, and that was Kevin Clancy's weird battle that he was having with Hadji, who just seemed to be getting flung about and kicked about and getting zero protection for the referee, and some baffling calls. But we'll speak more about sad eyes later on in the video, because in the 28th minutes, Aberdeen nearly scored a goal of the season, and it's a bad bit and it's a mad bit for our boy Diamande, who tries to beat Glenn Kamara in the middle of the park, but Disney, the ball falls to Leighton Clarkson, who we mentioned yesterday in the Aberdeen preview, and he hits it just first time, and I'm like, no way. No way. Because I ken Liam Kelly, no disrespect him, is the biggest guy in the world. I think, oh, they've just scored this, haven't they? And it goes. The goalie's gone back. And you've seen it. David Beckham. You've seen Charlie Adams score it. David Beckham, Charlie Adams. You've seen these types of goals before. The goalie never, once they start backpedaling, they never get a strong enough hand on it. But to be fair to Liam Kelly, that's actually a much, much better save than it looks, because he just stays calm. You know what I mean? That pressure, the cooker, being the number 2, Ibrox versus the likes of Aberdeen, you could see why he'd flap at it, but he just keeps his eye on it. Managed to make a fantastic save, and yes, saved the blushes of Diamande, who again was good for the majority, or average to good for the majority of the game, but he's just got these mad wee moments where he switches off and it nearly bit us in the arse. So tune in, Diamande. No messing about and fanning about when it's that tight. But we did mention Hadji should have a couple assists in the game, right? Well, let's talk about one of the major ones that he really should have been rewarded with. It's arguably pass of the season. Like, honestly, the ball drops to him, right, and he just curves it beautifully into the space, weighted to perfection. Danilo's just running on it, and if you look at the way, I know Igamane missed, but did you see the way Igamane waited for the ball to come to him? Then he just gave it a wee nonchalant fling, just selling the goalie down the river. And then look at the way Danilo does it. As soon as he runs onto it, he just panics and tries to hit it. There's just a coolness that you're either born with or dinny, and I love wee Danny for everything that he gives the game. But that's why I say he's got the Novo in him because he snatches at chances like that. Or if you want a Kenny Millerism, you can do. If he's got time to think about it, it's usually a miss. But if it's instinctive, it's gone at the back of net. Unfortunately, had time for that, and it's a really, really poor miss. And Hadji is robbed what is a wonderful through ball that should have resulted in a goal. But there you're talking about a couple of opportunities. Right, yes, we've took the lead, but we've had several opportunities. Czerny's been played in fairly at his feet. Igaman's missed and chipped it just wide. There's Danilo missing another 1v1. We've not got people at the back post for countless crosses buried for Jeff Doon. The left-hand side, you're starting to say, oh God, here we go again. But again, the defence was actually pretty good the day, especially the two centre-halves. And Robin Proper probably had his best game in a Rangers shirt that wasn't that old firm victory. The only downside is he actually went off the park injured, which probably summarises where he is in his Rangers career, that even when he plays well, he seems to fall away. But it's Big Clinton next to him that's involved in the next opportunity. Is Aberdeen tried to hit us on the counter. Big Nsiala comes in, wins it comfortably, and then just drives the pass first time. He doesn't wait, he doesn't get on the ball like this and go pass to Proper, and then get it back and then go pass to Proper. See, like what we coaching, and it's not a Proper thing, it's been a Rangers thing for years, because it used to be Suter and Goldson, and it used to be Davis and Goldson, it was Hollander and Goldson, it was Katic and Goldson. It was the same stuff we see all the time, but that left centre back just passes it to the right centre back. But Nsiala just wins that ball, and first time smashes it right to Igaman, and Igaman turns, plays a nice beautiful 1-2 with Danilo, who's holding his man off. One striker holding it for the other one to get there. Igaman rips it for about 25 yards out, and it forces a phenomenal save for the goalie, who nearly lost his fingernails. And I think, God damn it, that would have been a fantastic moment. The Big Clinton could have deserved, or should have deserved, to be directly involved in a goal. Well, he gets his later. But about a minute or two after that, just before half-time, we do get the ball again as Hadji does brilliantly to win the football. Plays a gorgeous through ball to Jeff, who, to be fair, does the business here, just beating Devlin, running him in circles, but his shot is again saved by the goalie smartly at the front post. And the half-time whistle goes, but the only really worry is that Danilo's doing again as he's made a glass holding his shoulder, and the fact that it's again another half of football where we've played great stuff, but no took our chances, and it remains nervy at 1-0. That was the only real worries, and those worries were compounded as the second half started with the confirmation that Danilo goes off the park injured at half-time, and on comes Barami, who again scored a brilliant goal the last time we played Aberdeen. And I was interested to see how it would work with him, because Igaman was so influential in the first half with that run and understanding his goal with Danny. Would it work with Barami? For me, it's not really there yet. And look, I'm not digging out Barami here. I still think he's a very talented player, and he will come good. It might just take a wee bit of time. He's gone through that usual bursts onto the scene, then falls away that most signings really have. But if you look at the 10 minutes to the way we started the second half of the 10 minutes we ended it, just the movement, again, that number 10 in that role is always going to look to get on the ball, but he wants to make the same runs and movements as Hadji, because we're playing two 10s in the midfield, and that becomes a bit cluttered when it's Danilo and Igaman. They're, again, strikers. They've got the attacking mentality, and they make great runs in behind, which creates a lot of space. Everybody was starting to show for the ball, and I thought that really fit only Aberdeen's way of defending it. It's why that lull was there in the second half, with the only real moment to talk about in the first 10-15 minutes of the second half was a possible penalty for Rangers against Raskin, but for me it's never ever a penalty. In fact, I think it's very good defending for the Aberdeen player. But as the tension was growing and Aberdeen were starting to feel a bit more comfortable and commit more men forward, Rangers reminded them of their quality, and it's no surprise Jefty's heavily involved with this one. It's a gorgeous ball from Proper right out 50-60 yard Goldson-esque, dare I say. Jefty runs on it, plays it back to Barami, and Barami's wee snapshot volley goes just wide. But less than 60 seconds later, again, we're snapping, we're winning the ball, we're getting the ball in. I'd have loved this goal to go in, because see the imagination and the brilliance for Hadji here deserves an assist, and it's one of the ends you just look, that's why you can't stare at assists, because this is brilliant, right? Raskin comes in, wins the ball twice in the space of 5 seconds. Brilliant for wee Raskin, but the ball gets drilled into Hadji. He's got a defender on him, and he just hits a wee beautiful nonchalant back heel pass into the run of Barami, who doesn't need to check nothing. He just gets to run on it, and he tries a wee cheeky daisy cutter, just curling it across the grunt, and it goes just a whisker wide, and you're thinking, oh, that would have been a goal. But that probably summarises the problem in the formation when you play both Barami and Hadji. You look at that, the two players there are in the exact same bit, and nearly results in a goal, right enough, but it's almost a symptom of what also went wrong in the second half of both of them wanting to get in that number 10 spot and occupy the same space. But after again a lull in the all gamey football, 10 minutes passes and we end up getting a corner kick. The ball eventually comes out to Hadji, who takes a wee cut inside. Wonderful ball to the back post. You've got Proper there, you've got Raskin there. Both of them's got to get there, but neither of them there. It's another massive chance to score, and then the nerves start to catch, and then the nerves start to build, because we have seen this story before, ladies and gentlemen, and yeah, the tension really started to build, and right from almost that exact, and yeah, it was actually from that goal kick. They go right up the park, the ball drops to an Aberdeen player, I think it might be Clarkson. He runs in to the box, has a shot that's brilliantly defended by Big Proper, but it seems to go over on his ankle in the midst. They sliding slash colliding with wee Ridvan, and he's doing for a while. There's a big pause in play, and you're actually at a moment, and I'm not meaning this to be disrespectful or spiteful, but you're actually gutted that he's doing there injured, because he's playing so well. And if you said the entire Ibrox crowd would have been holding their breath at the fact that Robin Proper was doing, worried about him going off and losing his performance on the park just a couple of games ago, you'd have been laughing in your face because how iffy he's been. But he was so good the day, and arguably, it's ironic that he gets injured doing his best bit of defending he's done in a Rangers shirt. He does get up and try to play on, but it's obviously clear that he's done and dusted, and off he goes for Mr. Leon Balogun, who, just like when Suter went off injured a couple weeks ago, I sat and said it's a weird position to be in, talking about a good centre-back going off, but our best one coming on. Well, swings around the boots, it's the exact same thing comes on Big Balogun, who you know I love. And in the midst of this change, or just slightly after it, we end up getting the ball again for wee Raskin, nipping and winning the ball, grabbing a big interception. He plays it right to Cherny, who's in on goal with a major opportunity to score, but he ends up cutting inside rather than hitting it with the right foot and going across the goal like he's already scored several times in his Rangers career. He tries to be a wee bit too cute, cuts back, his shot gets blocked, it ends up hitting igamane and gone out for a goal kick. And that was the moment, honestly, I'll be honest, I sat here and went, oh no. But again, the praise needs to come for the defence, who stood up and was accounted, because even as the nerves built into the stadium, no matter where you watched it, you could feel it as a fan base. We've been scarred by this game all season. The defence just stood strong and won their individual battles and won their ability. I mean, the only real worry that we had, besides the ones we've talked about, is a cross in the first half as well that goes over Big Clinton and goes right into the hands of Kelly. But that's pretty much it and all they could muster, because every time they tried to go forward, Clinton was there. There was even one, and it shows you it was his day, where there's a ball getting played, I think, to Nisbet in behind him, and Nsala's got him for pace, but he ends up tripped Mayor, but I think he hits off his knee and it goes to Kelly, and you're just thinking, when it's your day, it's your day. And the young kid deserves that wee bit of luck, in my opinion. As I've said many times on his channel, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. And Nsala was good for the majority of it, but in that moment with that one through ball, he was lucky. And we take those. But take those wasn't something we could really say overall in the game, because after you had a Hadji rocket smash in the crossbar that again was close, you then have Barami having a shot at the near post, which is well saved, but from that resulting corner, gets whipped in beautifully from Cherny. Big Balogun's up, rattles the post, and you're thinking, okay, there's the chances, there's the sitters, there's the players going off injured, and now there's a post and bar combo. All we need is a goal line clearance, and we've got the full set. Well, guess what? Guess what we got? That's right, a goal line clearance as the ball comes in, and the goalie makes a faff at it. I thought he was very good today, but it ends up dropping to Mr. James Henry Tavernier, who came back for an injury. He picks out Balogun as well, and he ends up having a shot that is cleared well off the line by, again, I think it is Nicky Devlin, who was a bit of everywhere and thrown his body, as he usually does, even though I thought Jeff Day really gave him his worst game versus Rangers in his entire career, and that was his time at Livingston as well. Just ripped him to shreds, but again, thrown his body in the line and being at the right place to block as usual with the big man's got in his locker, and he ends up getting that in cleared. And now you're in injury time, now you're getting nervy, now Egaman's off, now Dessers is on, there's nothing really going forward, you're starting to worry, they're starting to win set pieces, but there's a moment where we get on the ball, Raskin again wins the ball, plays it to Bramy, beautiful ball out to Czerny's just got to sweat it across, but he ends up cutting back inside and trying a shot that is again blocked. And honestly, he was blowing the last 12 minutes of this game. It looked like every single one of us after one single sprint in fives just blowing out our arse. But again, he dug in. Whether he was great today, I didn't think so, but you've heard wee moments of wee incidences and chances that he created. He could have resulted on it, but it just never clicked for him overall when he had the chance of scoring. He had several opportunities, one to also slide in Egaman before Egaman went off that he never gets. So now you're in injury time. But there's another set piece, ladies and gentlemen, and we end up whipping it in. Oh, it's close to Balogun. The ball comes out to Big Clinton. You're thinking, right, what can Nsiala do here? Is he going to take it in the corner, maybe fall over? Because you're talking about 90 odd minutes or just shy of 90. You're thinking, right, kill the clock. But Big Clinton gets the ball up on that left foot, and he already had a wonderful cross in a couple minutes prior, but he just smashes one, and it's the best cross of the season. In fact, it's the best cross since I've seen, I think it was against Malmo with Czerny, or one of the European games where Czerny, you know what I'm talking about, 90th minute where he curled it right to the back post. Wonderful, but this one's arguably better as it's coming for a 19-year-old centre half that's barely kicked a ball right into the mix. Leon Balogun's there. They scored. Now, the question would be, why is there two centre-backs assisting and scoring in the 90th minute of the game? But that's Rangers Football Club, especially when it's that tight. But I love Big Balogun, so it's always great to see him. I've always got a lot of time for that lad, and he can come to this club and stay for his club, in my opinion, as long as the big man wants. And that's game, that's set, and it's match. And as the pressure is gone and as the tension's gone, Cyriel Dessers shows what he is and what he can do when there is zero pressure on him. And to be fair, it's a brilliant goal. Am I going to voice my opinion and says, oh, he can do that, but in a high pressure moment he craps himself versus, am I going to go down that road now? I didn't feel like I need to, right? Everyone knows what it is. I'm not blinded. I'm not got the blinkers on because he scored that goal. We know what it was. Zero pressure on him. Brilliant goal for the big man. But again, it puts himself again in the shop window as clubs are apparently look at him, and scoring a goal like that, a solo effort like that, is only going to help potential suitors coming in and buying him. So aye, it's a good day at the office all around, in my personal opinion, and it's a cheeky 3-0, it's a clean sheet, it's avenging a loss, and it's continuing that fantastic winning run at home with several individual performances that I thought were sensational, if not a team effort. And it's been a while since we actually stuck in there and fought, but just in the first couple seconds alone, had you winning that shoulder to shoulder, had you winning that 50-50, these guys getting stuck in set the tone for the game, and we Raskin nip. I've got a lot of time for. So I'm a delighted and a happy man, ladies and gentlemen. I might be happier when we get confirmation of any potential signings, but I'll be speaking to you very soon about that. But that's the game, that's the set, and that is the match. Handing the reins over to you guys. We've seen a lot of bad performances and bad games. Well, let's see you down in the comment section now. We've had a good game. Who stood out to you? What was your moment of the match? Who was your man of the match? You can let me know down in the comment section. Well, there's a couple names it could be, but I'm going to give it to Clinton. Until next time, I've been CJ92. Thank you so much for watching. All the best, and bye-bye.